Welcome to Cold Fiction. We have a show that we've been waiting to do a long time. Tonight, we're finally talking about the Man on Fire series that dropped on Netflix. Tonight, we're only talking about the first episode. That's the one that we've all watched. And I personally have not. I've only seen the first episode because I didn't want to. I wanted to watch more, but I didn't watch any more because I didn't want to spoil anything. So no spoilers beyond the first episode tonight, please. But if you haven't seen the first episode, you should watch it and then check this out. We're also going to talk about the new trailer.
We're gonna spoil the fuck out of the first episode. So
We are. It's gonna be ridiculous. But we're also going to talk about the Zach Cregger Resident Evil trailer that just dropped. So that's fresh in our minds. We're going to be talking about that. Eric is on trivia tonight, so if you want to start us off with a clue, Eric, that's how we can begin the big
Let's see.
show.
Okay, clue number one, oil rig.
Okay.
And then you just text me.
Texting you with our guesses. The clue is oil rig. Let me send you real quick. I'm going to send you an incorrect guess. Should we say what we're guessing if it's incorrect?
But you don't know that's incorrect.
Okay.
That's how you ruin Bueller's.
I know. That's why I messed Bueller's up. I'm not going to do that again. So, all right. That was.
I mean, the first guess is obvious. The first guess is a gimme.
Bueller got it.
Nailed it with one. Nice. So mine is wrong.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
That's a shame.
Hey, you won one. I think this is like your first win, dude. Congrats.
I'll take it. I'm not keeping track, but yeah.
It's his first, but this is his first on the first. I think that's
first on the first.
I think only him and Alex have like a first on a first.
No, I got one on the first, and Alex got one on the first.
Okay, so maybe I'm the only one that hasn't got one on the first guess.
Ooh, last place. So okay, let's dig right in.
How are we scaling this? If you get on the first guess, how many points do you get? Versus if you get on the last
guess, figure that out.
Points. Yes.
25 points.
I don't know about points. What can we spend the points on? So let's get into it, man. I've been wanting to see this for a long time. So let's go around the table. Who wants to start?
I mean, I'll start. Doesn't matter.
Alex.
For Man on Fire, right?
Man on Fire.
So, yeah, like I've watched the first two, but I'm only going to talk about the first one. I was a little bit apprehensive because I actually looked at the reviews, and the reviews, like on Rotten Tomatoes, the critic reviews are not very good. So I was kind of like, I can say those. So I was pleasantly surprised.
Wait, real quick. Can I say that the Rotten Tomato score for the movie of Man on Fire is 39?
What?
So fuck that.
Is that the critic score or the audience score?
Yes, that's the critic score.
The Denzel?
Well, yeah.
Yes.
So
suck a dick, right?
Like the critics from 20 years ago are different. And the critics,
like, I don't care. I don't care what they have to say.
Yeah.
If they gave Denzel's a 39,
that's ridiculous.
Then I don't really care.
Ridiculous.
You know,
I almost don't even believe you. I know you're not lying, but I just have to see it.
He has to see it for himself. That's fantastically incorrect.
Right.
Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah, but it's 89 from the audience.
89 from the audience, 39 from the critics.
Yeah. So, what I'm saying is, I think we could potentially have the same kind of thing here.
Right.
It's like a low critic score, but then once the audience score is coming in, they're going to start boosting it. I think that happened with Terminal, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
That had kind of low critical reviews, but then the audience scores were really high. So, going into it, I was a little like, I don't know, but after one episode, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm in. Especially after that ending. I didn't see that coming at all.
Right.
And I don't know how to pronounce the guy's name. Like
Yahya Abdul-Mateen.
But I don't recall seeing him in anything prior to Wonder Man. Like I probably have seen him somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah, he was Black Manta in Aquaman, for example.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I mean, in two projects, Wonder Man, and now one episode of this, he's quickly becoming one of the actors I really enjoyed seeing.
Right.
And
he was also Mr. Manhattan in the Watchmen HBO series.
Oh, I never watched that.
I never did see that.
Yeah.
The animated one?
No. The live action HBO,
Oh yeah. Okay.
It was only on for like 2 seasons or something like that.
I think it was just one.
Oh, it was only
Yeah.
one. Did it end, or was it just like was it a
I don't know.
miniseries?
I didn't see it either.
Yeah.
But
So it was like a prequel, right?
Yeah, none of us seeing it is the reason it went one episode is
Yeah.
kind
Right.
of the problem,
But I've also, when I was watching Man on Fire, I realized something. You ever have somebody show up and you didn't realize that you liked them until they showed up in a movie or a TV show, like Alice Braga, the driver.
Right.
I was like, I really like her.
Yeah.
I didn't know that until she showed up. And I'm like, man, she's awesome. I don't
Yeah.
even remember why I like her. Maybe she was in Predators,
Right.
something else. But as for Man on Fire, they got a great setup, and like I said, that drop at the end of the episode, I did not see that coming at all. And so the action so far, there's only been like 1 or 2 action scenes, but I mean they're good. So
Right.
it's sort of like I don't want to talk about the second episode too much, but I will just say this. After watching the second episode, it could potentially go off the rails and next few episodes, if they keep. But
If it goes off the rails in the right direction, I'm fine with that. Like if it's too revengey, I will be okay with that.
If your train goes off the rails ever in the right direction, like listen, I don't know. But
Yeah, I've got one theory where if it happens, I'm done with it.
All right, lay it on us. Tell us.
So far, I'm giving it a pretty enthusiastic thumbs up as far as one episode goes.
Right. Right.
Got it hooked in me. I'm invested in it. I'm going to finish it probably pretty quickly based on just the first episode.
So is it only 7, or are they holding back the final episode?
I believe it's 7.
Okay. Yeah, I'm on episode 5. And I will be completing episode 5 as soon as we leave here.
Okay.
So.
It was like initially going to be 8 episodes, and I guess they pulled back an episode. I don't know if you guys saw that or not.
No. So what was your theory? What's the thing that's going to stop you from being down for it, Joe?
Well, I mean, I don't want to fuck anything up for anybody, but okay. So I saw a lot of like weird parallels between the show and the movie, and how they kind of extrapolated certain characters and try to like make certain storylines happen, right? So you had Bobby Carnival's character bring in Yahya Abdul-Mateen second, right? They bring him in Creasy. Yeah, they bring in Creasy. But I feel like Bobby Carnival's character was kind of a combination between Mickey Rourke's character and Christopher Walken's character.
Yeah.
I kind of felt like it was a combination there, right? And then you have Poe, who was supposed to be an older version of Dakota Fanning. That's kind of what I was getting.
Yeah.
I'm saying this like walking into this episode. I'm like for the first 45 minutes. So I think Bobby Carnival, his character, is setting up Creasy for a big fall with the Brazilian, government and Brazilian mob and all kinds of things that may be happening behind the scenes, because he's an alcoholic. He's a failed war hero. He's 4 years out of the game. He's the perfect patsy, right? This is all a big spoiler. So if you haven't watched this yet, I'm sorry. Fuck you. But then the big explosion happens when Poe is out way too late. And we are led to believe that Bobby Carnival's entire family is dead. And the Brazilian government may or may not be in on this. And Poe is going home. And Creasy is staying behind. So I thought this was kind of paralleling Man on Fire, the movie, in a way that it's not anymore. Unless we find out, this is what's going to derail me from this whole thing, because I don't know how they would do this. If Barney, how do you say his name? Carnival?
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 Whatever. Yeah.
This part, if we find out he slipped down the drain pipe and now he's still alive and masterminding this whole thing, then I'm fucking out, dude. I'm done.
So
unlikely, I think.
Yeah, I don't think he's alive.
That would be some David Blaine shit.
Yeah,
I agree. Because I feel like I saw fire suit that he jumped into.
That's what I think.
I saw his body going.
I agree. But like watching this and Man on Fire being one of my favorite movies, like if he was masterminding this or working under the Brazilian government to get an insurance payout, his family dying, like Enrique Iglesias in the
So
first movie.
we,
And it makes sense.
I would say that we know at this point at episode 1, we know that there's going to be layers to this onion, right? This isn't just a straightforward like thing. Is the government involved? Was Bobby C involved? Like, who is involved? Is everybody going to have to die? Like, what's going on?
I mean, I'll say this: if he does turn out to be alive, then the show is garbage.
Yeah, I would agree with
Say
that.
the same thing.
Yeah.
I would
But I
agree with
also
that.
think
Jumped into an
I think
invisible
that
manhole.
But what if he was setting Creasy up, but then he got killed anyway,
Yeah, I could see that.
right?
I mean, that's plausible. I wouldn't be mad at that. But I already feel like Poe is going to get kidnapped, going back to the States.
Sure.
Creasy's going to have to find her.
So
An obvious connection with Creasy and Poe, right?
here's the thing. Like going into this, I had to put the Denzel movie like kind of out of my mind because I knew that this was going to be a very different story, right? At least I assumed that it was going to be. It wasn't going to be just a remake of the movie, right? That they were going to change a lot of things because the original Scott Glenn movie back in the 80s was also very different than the Denzel Washington movie, right? So I knew that this story was not going to parallel the Denzel movie at all. And so you have to appreciate this. I think you have to appreciate this for what it is and not try to compare it to the Washington movie, right? What I saw was an excellent setup. I saw a great, hero who's having trouble for good reasons, but who is like now on the path to trying to cure himself of what was holding him back. He has all the potential in the world, and so it's going to be credible as he gets stronger and does more things. It's going to be credible. The things that he does are going to be credible. Does that make sense? Right? It's like in the same way that Denzel Washington in the movie, it's like when he started doing all his crazy stuff, you're like, I believe it. Like he's capable of doing that stuff, and that's how I feel about Yaye's character in this. And then the villains. Obviously, you don't know exactly who they are. You don't know exactly what they're about. That's good. I think I don't want to know everything in the first episode. So what I saw was a great setup. I saw very cool sets and directing. It's very big and spacious. There's a lot of open air. It's not like a little studio movie where you're shooting everything in a box. So it's got a lot of potential as far as I'm concerned. I'm very excited. I'm looking forward to it. Eric, you have seen the most episodes. So without
Maybe another
spoiling.
clue.
Oh yeah. Let's have another clue. All right.
The next clue is no taxes.
Let me write it down. Oh, I don't need it.
I thought
No,
about guessing this, the first one, but I didn't think.
no taxes.
Um,
Oh, wait a second.
Hold on.
Yeah. Okay. I think.
While you guys are guessing, I want to say also, Alex, you brought up the car driver.
I'm
I
pretty
feel
sure
like
I
she's
got
a
it.
parallel to the detective in the first movie that was helping out Denzel a lot.
Right.
Maria.
Alex and
She
Jubal
was
both got it.
She was a journalist, right? Was she a detective or was she a journalist? She was working with a detective, but she was a journalist, I think, in the Denzel movie.
You might be right. You might be right. But
So
I feel like the taxi driver or the car driver is a parallel to her. And that's what I was saying. Like I feel a lot of parallels to the characters, but they're not
Right.
exact replicas.
right. Yeah. And I like that.
What did we watch recently? Oh, Running Man. Same thing. It's like Running Man,
Right.
where it's like there's semblances of it being similar, but it's different enough to where it can be its own thing.
Exactly.
You
And
know.
I'm excited. I'm glad that they're doing it that way.
So since you guys got it, I'm gonna give the rest of the clues for anybody watching that wants to.
Yeah. I'm interested to hear. So the first clue was oil rig.
Oil
The second clue was no taxes. Clue
Right.
number 3.
Scariest environment imaginable.
Scariest.
Just say that. Scariest
Wait,
environment
hold on.
imaginable.
Scariest environment
Can I get
imaginable.
Jubal's first guess?
Oh,
What was it? Let me see.
it was Under Siege
Under
2.
Siege 2.
Oil rig.
Okay. All
So,
right. Yeah.
okay, so Scariest environment imaginable. And what's clue
I
number
love
4?
that line. I just love that
So
line.
just say scariest environment
Just say,
imaginable.
okay, got it. Say just could have just said scariest environment imaginable. That's fine. 4 nuke.
Nuke, just nuke.
Nuke, like a nuke, a bomb.
Clue
Nuclear
number 4
weapon.
is nuke. Okay.
Yeah. And then 5, just to give it away, asteroid.
Asteroid. Actually, it was a comet.
Deep Impact.
You know what? Deep
I was
Impact.
actually a little confused on oil rig. So I haven't seen the movie in a long time. I was like, did they drill on an oil rig, or did they drill like for oil in the States or something? But yeah,
Yeah,
They were-
like when you first meet them, they're on an oil rig where
They're on an oil rig. Yeah.
Bruce Willis is like shooting
Rough
at
neck.
Affleck.
yeah,
and
it's coming
So
back.
it's-
to me,
The movie is Armageddon, just in case you didn't put
Yeah.
it together. But
yeah. The person
yeah.
watching this.
Scariest
Yeah.
environment
You
imaginable.
could have also, another clue could have been, come and get Papa Bear. Would have been a good clue.
I always thought one of the most underrated lines of that movie was like, if you come at me with that thing, I'm going to stab you in the heart with it. I was like, damn, I was sad to see that guy go. Yeah,
Dude,
Yeah.
the thing is, the movie is just fun.
yeah.
It
It's
is.
just a fun
It
movie.
is.
From
It
start
is.
to start to finish. I
So-
float away.
And I'll float away. So I enjoyed the hell out of that movie.
I
And
enjoyed the hell out of it.
The
Yeah,
thing
I watch
about
that
it-
movie right now, and I don't.
Yeah.
I seriously
And I criticize Michael Bay all the time, but beginning to end, I would
might
watch
be his
that
best
movie.
one. Might be
Yeah.
his best one.
we could, I think
That
that's
or I would say the first Transformers was really good.
I would still
Mm,
put
enjoyable.
Armageddon above the first Transformers, but goddamn, the
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, I would too. I would still put Armageddon above the first Transformers, but the first Transformers was so superior to
So
the
good.
other ones.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
even close.
Yeah.
So okay. Oh, back to Man on Fire.
Right.
Now that we're done with our trivia, that was an early trivia round.
Yeah.
Give us your take, Mr. 5 episodes.
I like it. I like it a lot. I tell you. Like there's one thing that I've been wondering if I should say. I don't know, but no. I mean, I thought obviously the first episode was great. Like I couldn't just watch one, so I knocked out 2, and then when I got the kids home from school, my wife and I ended up watching 2 more. And she's like, let's do another. I'm like, I got to do the call. And she's like, okay, we'll do it when you get off. So like we're revving up to do another.
Do you guys want to? So we're doing the first episode tonight. Do you guys think we can be done? We'll do the whole series next episode. We'll just talk about the whole series.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Would be my guess.
Yeah.
So
I
let's
mean,
plan on
they
that.
can.
So next week we'll be talking about the entirety of the Man on Fire series.
We got
Okay, so I'm not going to give anything away. What I want people to think about when they're watching it. Let's put it this way. Think about what you think about his ruthlessness compared to Denzel's,
Okay.
and then what you think about that.
Okay.
Good, bad, indifferent, less, more, whatever.
Right.
I think
I'll
because
probably go back and watch the movie at some
That's-
point. Like
that's-
when I
that's-
watched
I think that's
when
kind
I
of
watched Man on Fire
episode.
the movie, that was one of the things that stuck out. Was like he does not play,
No.
not at all.
Well, so
and that's
because,
what I,
because you've seen 5 episodes, though, I think the first episode we don't really see that.
Right.
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 Not yet.
And so I'm
Not yet.
saying, like, as it goes on, because spoiler, he's going to get his hands on some people during the show. I don't know if you. I know. I ruined it. I know.
I can't fucking wait.
Are you gonna? I don't know if I spoiled this. Eventually, he's gonna catch up with some people.
Right. Right.
So you could just kind of like rate, that. I think that would be interesting to kind of like. Do you think he was?
Compare and contrast the Creases.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
he was just
contrast
gonna
the
like,
creases, more or
quit,
less.
go home and be like, I'm good. I don't want to do this anymore.
Right.
We're
Right.
cool.
Mhm.
Forget it.
Okay.
Right.
All right. That's good. That's a good angle. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm gonna have no problem getting this watched over the next
No
week.
problem, right.
So no problem. So
Yeah,
we're
Then it
gonna
will be finished by tomorrow night.
Yeah.
like for me.
right.
This weekend for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll do it over the weekend. So like I said, episode 1, I'm in. I'm ready.
Yeah.
It's a great setup. Good to go. I'm looking forward to watching the rest of it, and we will talk about the whole series next time.
I also want to say this about how they're portraying the daughter, in the first episode. I thought they did a pretty good job of making her sort of be a brat, but at the same time you kind of understand where she's coming from. You
Sure.
know, it
Right,
wasn't
like
like
that conversation she had with her dad, where he's just like, "Look, I took you away from your friends in LA," and she's
Yeah.
like,
right,
"Yeah, and my
yeah,
friends in Houston, and my friends,
right.
whatever."
Right.
And he's
So
like, "And I know
you
you're gonna make the
say,
varsity basketball team," and it's just like she's missing out on all this stuff. But you also understand where he's coming from. He's just like, "I wasn't gonna see you for like a year or two, and I just couldn't do that, you know."
Right.
And I get it, you know.
right.
Right.
The whole
So
time I'm watching the first episode, I'm like, I hope nothing happens to this guy, but I think something's going to happen to this guy.
right.
And I'm just
Right.
like, because he was a really cool dude, you
He
know?
was. He was.
Yeah. And he
Yeah.
was like a good friend to Creasy, like when he, like, the tough love at the restaurant and everything,
So
and kind of,
that brings me back to the whole thing of like I don't want them to David blame him and be like, oh, I
dude,
think
if
my whole
they, I
schedule.
am, I am 1,000% with Alex. If they David Blaine him, th it takes away so much from the show.
Takes away
Yeah.
everything.
It will,
But
it will suck. It
but
will suck.
they had the camera angles and she was the only witness and they want to wipe her out. So why? That's where I'm at. Like why?
So
Because she
I have
saw
two theories, and it has nothing to like. I can honestly tell you, they are from the first episode. Something about the motorcycle rider makes me think it's a woman,
Hmm.
but I don't know why.
wait, the motorcycle rider. Oh, the one, oh, the assassin. The assassin.
Yeah.
I
Because I
agree.
mean, the obvious,
Yeah,
whether it's a red
the
herring or
slender
not, it's
build.
like her
I would say
boyfriend.
the slender
Yeah.
build. Yeah, but also
Oh,
because
oh wow! I know. You think? No, no, no. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I can earnestly tell you in the episodes I've watched, they have, I'm not giving anything away, but there's something about in that first episode from the time the motorcycle rider shot the guy.
yeah.
I was like, not to be like that's what a woman would do. Like I just felt like that was a female assassin type of
Yeah.
thing to
No,
do.
it's definitely her build. I would agree with that.
That's what I kind of thought too.
But
So I don't know. So I
also
don't know, but let's just say that won't surprise me if it ends up being
also
a woman.
when she slid under the vans that were heading towards the hotel that blew up,
Yeah.
spoilers. Uh, I thought that could be a plausible explanation because she was like she witnessed those vans heading that direction. So maybe they're like, oh, we
Right.
got to get rid of her because she saw the vans and the
Right.
vans blew up the building.
Right. She can put it together. So
Right.
we'll finish our conversation about the series next week. Let's not get ahead of it. We still need to talk about the Resident Evil trailer.
So I'm gonna go first on that one
Okay.
because about 3 days ago, I had no idea who the director of Weapons or um
Zach
Barbarian.
Barbarian is.
Zach Kruger, is that his name?
Right.
Yeah.
Whitest kids you know.
Yeah. Like that guy is a sitcom actor to me.
Hmm.
Is a very much a sitcom actor, and not even from the Whitest Kids You Know. I know him from another show that he did with Anthony Edwards called Men with Kids that I used to watch, and I had no idea. Like until 3 days ago, they were like, "Oh, this guy's the." I'm like, "That wait, that dude? That dude is the director of Weapons
Right.
and Barbarian." I'm like, "That dude is, you know." Like he was a sitcom actor. He played like the Ryan Reynolds part
Hmm.
in sitcoms.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like the good looking guy who like was a little bit swarmy but very charismatic,
Sure.
type of thing in sitcoms.
Hmm.
So I was blown away by that.
Did you see Barbarian?
Did anybody else see him in sitcoms, or am I just the only
No,
one?
I've seen him around in
Just
in
Whitest
stupid
kids you know.
shows.
That's
Whitest
it.
Kids You Know? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this: when Weapons came out, and I was reading the reviews, there was one critic that was like, uh, Cregan and Jordan Peele are the only two former comedians that are going into horror, and I was like, wait, hold on,
Right.
I'm Jordan Peele. So I had to look up Cregan, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Right.
Are you serious?
Right.
And so that's why with Barbarian and with Weapons, you get certain scenes and nuances that are just absolutely fucking ridiculous and take you out of the element, but in a very uncomfortable way. And I think they do it very well because of their comedic background. So I'm curious about this.
Interesting. Yeah. I mean, there are a lot of ways where comedy is about upsetting expectations. And you could say the same thing is true about like a good scary movie.
That's what I said when I talked about horror. Was another thing that makes horror is seeing people or seeing things that it's not normal.
Right.
So when you see in Weapons the lady come out of the thing and she's doing this thing,
Right.
that is people don't walk like that.
Right.
So you're like, oh shit, this is creepy as shit. Or if you see a
Right.
doorway, let's keep it to Resident Evil. You see a doorway and a leg comes out the
dude.
top of the doorway, right? And
Right.
then you're like, oh, that's terrible.
That's some wrong shit.
That's
Right.
terrible because that's that doesn't happen.
Super well done. Super well done.
But
So
like with Weapons and Cregan, the whole like Ferris Bueller's Day Off chase towards the end of the movie
now makes a little more sense.
that was it was done deliberately. I didn't realize it either. It was done deliberately, and
I still think that that's one of the great scenes because
I love that.
there are so few villains who could be as awful as that person was, and then they die at the end, and you're like,
proper.
that was enough.
Satisfying.
Good.
Satisfying. There's so many people where it's just like, no, can you just like, paddle that person back into consciousness and then kill them again?
Right.
Because what you've done is not enough for what they've done. That was one of the most satisfying ends to a villain I've ever seen in my life.
Right.
And did you see Barbarian or no?
I haven't seen Barbarian, no.
I have not seen Barbarian either.
Alex did, right?
Yeah.
So when this giant deformed woman comes out in like a rubber naked suit with her giant rubber boobies.
Oh, now I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, now I'm all in.
Now I'm all in.
But it's so ridiculous to where the movie's in 3 acts. And so when this happens in Barbarian, you're like, what? And then you find out it's Cregan. And it's like, oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Because it's hilarious. It's really funny at a very uncomfortable moment. So it works. So I honestly, I can't.
As of the Resident Evil trailer, though, that we're talking about.
Right.
Well, because it's Cregan. Yeah, because I'm hoping that he brings that uncomfortableness and hilarity into
clearly he is.
That trailer made me uncomfortable. Like just the trailer made me uncomfortable. So I feel like he's gonna do well. Go ahead, Alex.
I mean, it's only a brief look into it. I'm probably not going to watch any more footage of the trailers or anything, because I try to be as spoiler-free as possible. I noticed a lot of people online are already kind of giving it hate because they say, quote unquote, like not Resident Evil, right? And it just sort of like, I don't know what that even means anymore because I've played, I think, almost all the games at this point, and it's like, the first one you had zombies in a haunted house, and the second one you had zombies in a city, and then you started to have like, Resident Evil 4 was just mutated virus people, and then you had the Resident Evil 6 with like the Texas Chainsaw Family, and then you had new Resident Evil Village was like werewolves, So I was like, what does it mean now to be like that's not Resident Evil? Like if you can have a series that's had zombies and like bioweapons and mutated villagers and the Texas Chainsaw Family and werewolves, like what is it you're not allowed to do in Resident Evil? So it's just sort of like
with like some of the other shows or movies that have come out with Resident Evil. What were those Resident Evil? Like some of them were
real dumb.
Real dumb.
Real dumb, right? It's so go ahead, Alex.
But so it's just a matter of like I'm pretty certain this is going to be the best Resident Evil movie ever made, right? Which is not a high bar.
Right. It's really not. Right. It's really not.
It has to leap over the C+ of the first Resident Evil movie.
Exactly.
It has to leap over the C+ that is the first Resident Evil movie.
So it's just like, and obviously, I mean, Cregger is getting the benefit of the doubt as far as I'm concerned. He was saying from the beginning this isn't going to be an adaptation, but the story that'll run parallel. And I feel like even in the trailer, you see that he's got a good understanding of the vibe. It's like he has a shotgun, but it has no ammo.
Exactly.
You know, he's like
Exactly.
looking for the herb and everything. I mean,
Right.
like it's all there, and there's like some sort of key looking forward to this grotesque
Right.
monster in front
Right.
of it. Like, come on, like this guy knows the Resident Evil, you know.
Right. And that's
Um,
I caught those things too. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So, and it's like all the hate that it's getting so far. I just think it's
So the hate,
yeah,
whatever.
right.
The thing is, like, and I think Alex will back me up on this. Alex and I have like a special relationship with Resident Evil because the original game, like the original Sony PlayStation Resident Evil game, scared the shit out of us when we played it, right? It was like scary. Like there was no games like that had ever come out. Like it was cinematic and
Right.
it was creepy and it was weird and it was cheesy. Like there was cheesy, stupid stuff in it. But it's like,
You know, it's
man,
like
it was
people would actually come over to watch the game being
just to
played.
watch you play it.
That's like
And they'd be like,
that's weird. You
"Whoa!"
know?
Right?
Like
Yeah.
every time they played, the dog would come through the window that first 10 minutes. Every time people would shit their pants.
Who was
Every
that?
time.
Who was that? Troy's friend came over, Paul or something, and he was
Yeah.
playing, and the dog jumped through the window. And he threw the controller in the air, and then he didn't want to be anywhere near the TV after that. He was like, I'm done. Like that game really, you know, it affected us when we were younger. It was so well done, and I feel like
Maybe that's why I like horror so much.
maybe I feel like Cregger gets it. See, and that's the thing is I'm not a fan of horror.
Mhm.
I don't really like horror, but I want to see this.
Mm.
Right? Because I feel like it's going to capture those same
Yeah,
emotions.
I'm the same way. I don't like horror. I want to see it. I enjoyed Weapons. I enjoyed Weapons a lot.
Right.
You know, like I said, I think, you know, what I say in one of the other ones, The Rip was the best movie I'd seen since Weapons, and Weapons was the best movie I'd seen since Sinners. You know, it's like those, you know,
Sinners was so good.
Sinners
So
was extremely
I'm
good. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to watching the rest of Man on Fire right now,
Yeah.
and I'm looking forward to Resident Evil as soon as it comes out.
Yeah.
It's an exciting
What's the
time to
release
be
date for
alive.
it? Do we know?
I don't know what the release date is. Let me see if I can find it. Hang on. September 18th.
September 18th.
Yeah, September 18th. So we got a little time, but if the trailer is anything to judge from, I think it's going to be a good flick.
Yeah, I'm in for a trip to the theater for that one.
Hell yeah. All right. So that's going to be our episode for tonight. As a quick episode, is anybody got anything else they want to talk about real quick before we go? No, I think we're all
No.
done.
Yeah.
So next week, tune in and we will talk about the entirety of the Man on Fire series. I'm sure we'll have a couple other things to talk about too. We'll see you then. Take care.